morning. Welcome to class today. I'm Luciana. Thank you for being here. So today we're going to do a gentle flow, a slow flow class, and we're going to incorporate the use of mudra. And the mudra we're going to use today is the Padma Mudra, which is a Lotus Mudra, my favorite. And I thought it would be really appropriate to bring this mudra to practice today as we are in spring. And we're also coming out of lockdown finally here in London in the UK. And this mudra represents a new beginning, the birthing of something new and different. And like the lotus flower, it comes from the murky waters, from the muddy waters, right from the bottom, and it rises and blossoms at the top of the surface of the water. And I think it's pretty much what we are living in this moment in time after 5 months of lockdown. You know, the sun is shining. We're coming out from almost a hibernation, almost of, from the murky waters of staying indoors all this time to a new beginning, to something that, we're going to enjoy and experience and blossom. So I'm going to show you the mudra now at the beginning of the session, and we're going to incorporate throughout the practice today. You're also going to need the 2 blocks. If you don't have a block, it's fine. You can use a cushion, or you can still practice without the cushion and the block. So that's fine. So let's take a moment to sit in a comfortable position. Start with your hands on top of the knees. You can do any movement your body is asking for here. So maybe releasing the shoulders or releasing tension in the neck, or releasing your back, shaking the wrists, do a little wiggle, whatever your body is asking for. Then take a couple of deeper breaths in and out through your nose. You can close your eyes here if you like, or you can keep your eyes open. And let your breath flow its natural way. Open your eyes if you have your eyes closed. And we're going to start learning about this mudra. So Padma Mudra starts by bringing the back of the hands together. And this represents the releasing. So we're releasing any thoughts or feelings or habits or emotions that no longer serves us. Now we're bringing it up to the heart center. Turn the palms together to request. So we come into prayer requesting the new beginning, acknowledging the opportunity of transformation and new beginning. Then we're going to open the fingers, keeping the little finger and the thumb together, just pressing the base of the hands together, like a lotus flower coming from the heart. We're bringing the hands up above the head, and we receive what we requested. Then we bring the hands together again, and back to the heart center, we rejoice. So let's do that again. So bring the hands down, back of the hands together. Come up to the heart center, turn the hands, come into a prayer. Open the fingers like a lotus flower. Lift above the head. And bring the hands together and pray again at the heart center. Acknowledging, rejoicing, showing gratitude. Remembering that the mudras are gestures, hand gestures, that helps us balance our emotional body, our psychological body, and also our energetic body. So we're going to incorporate these throughout the practice today, and you can practice that sequence of mudras anytime you wish. So release here, and we're going to start lying down in Shavasana with the blocks. So you're going to have one block to support your head, one block to support your thoracic spine, support your upper back. Keeping your knees bent, so feet flat on the floor. Lie down on your block or on your cushion. If you don't have those, remember, it's okay. You can just lie down as it is without. Take a moment there to make sure you're comfortable. And make sure the block is right in between your shoulder blades and your upper back, making your mid back and your lower back free to relax. Let the arms rest by the side of the body. Make sure you're comfortable in this position so you can allow your body to start relaxing. And again, you can close your eyes if you wish or not. And here we breathe. Taking a few breaths in and out through the nose, conscious breaths, allowing your shoulders to relax and allowing your chest to open. We're starting here in this pose, particularly because it helps us open, release tension from a tight chest. We've been spending hours in front of the computer throughout these months on our phone. So our chest area tends to be a little bit tight and closed. Keep taking a couple deeper breaths, letting your chest stretch gently. And also we letting the heart center take a prime position here. Opening our hearts to work together with the Padma, with the Lotus Mudra. Opening ourselves for new beginnings. Let your breath flow its natural way. And just stay still for a moment. Then gently bring one hand on top of your chest, one hand on top of your belly. Let your elbows relax. Let your arms relax. Just bringing the hands on your chest and your belly to bring that connection to that part of the body. And know that you've got yourself. Here you may acknowledge any thoughts that come to you. Just acknowledge, just notice, but not dwelling on the thought. You might acknowledge any emotion, any feeling. And acknowledge your physical body as well. Any tension in the body or anything that is happening in any part of your body that you can notice now. So we're practicing awareness. And take one deep breath here. And we're going to release. So open your eyes if you have your eyes closed. Bring the hands by the side of the body. And then just bring the arms up above the head. So we're coming for our first stretch. Bringing the arms up, stretching up above the head. Inhale, stretch, exhale, release. Then roll towards the right side. All the way towards the right side. Take the block that supports your upper back. Take that out. And then take the block that supports your head and roll back into your back. We're bringing the knees up, giving the knees a hug and moving side to side. Massaging your back, gently stretching the lower back. Then let the arms open in line with the shoulders and drop the knees towards the right side, coming to a supine twist. Make this one really passive, so allow the body to just relax. And we bring the knees to the other side. Coming to the supine twist on the left side, allowing the body to just be. This pose helps the body send signals to the brain about relaxation and nurturing. There are no one single muscle contracting when we're doing this pose. So it helps the body send that signal to the brain that it's okay. We can relax. We can come into a nurturing state. We can come into the parasympathetic mode. So our nervous system can release tension and allow our bodies to heal and regenerate. Now come back to the center and bring your hands into the back of your thighs. Now we're going to bring the chin towards the chest and start rolling forwards and back. Roll forwards, roll back. Roll forwards, roll back. Roll forwards, roll back. And on this one, we're coming all the way up. Feet touch the floor. Shoulders back, belly in. I want you to lift your feet off the floor. Start engaging the pelvic floor muscles. So zip it up, belly in. Then take the hands away from the legs. Reach your arms upwards. Lift your chest a little bit more. And if possible, maybe lift the legs a little bit higher. Coming to Navasana boat pose. Breathe here and hold. Now we're contracting a lot of muscles. So stay there with that hold. Breathe. Keep the form, so keep lifting. Then release. Cross-leg position. Hands come forwards. And we're going to come into all fours. Spreading the fingers, pressing the tip of the fingers to the floor, legs hip-width apart. You're going to shift the weight forwards and back. So just bringing some strength and stretch to the wrists. Keep shifting the weight forwards and back. Now you're going to stop at the center, make circles. So shift the body towards the right side, forwards to the left and back. Circling. Now circle to the other side, circle the other direction. Notice where you're feeling the sensations here. And stop at the center. Separate your knees a little bit wider, send your hips back. And bring your elbows to the floor. You're coming to child's pose. Tip of the nose and forehead on the floor. Allowing your wrists to soften, shoulders to soften. Breathe. And we're shifting, lifting the head up slightly and shifting the weight towards the right side. So walk your hands towards your right side. Keep walking, particularly the left arm, until you feel the stretch on the side of the body. Relax your head and take 2 deeper breaths. And walk the hands towards the other side. All the way over the left side. So chest comes over to the left thigh. Walk the right arm up and over. Once you find the position, relax your neck and breathe. Let's come back to the center. Forehead down. Then shift the weight forwards. Come back into all fours. And tuck your toes and go for your downward facing dog. Now gently awakening the back of the body. So you pedal, bend one knee, bend the other knee. Stretching your Achilles, your calves, your hamstrings. Pressing your hands to the floor. Building that strength in the upper body. Keep sending your chest towards your thighs. Stay still, you're in downward face dog. Breathe. Then walk your feet forwards towards the hands. Bend your knees, forward fold. Just relax the head down. And keep your knees bent to support your back. Then from here, you're going to just look towards your feet. bring the back of the hands together. So we're going to start a mudra practice. Back of the hands touching each other. As you bend the knees, you start bringing the hands up. So you're rolling up. Bring the hands to prayer, the heart center. Take a moment here. Stand tall. Keep the hands close to the heart center so you can feel your heart beating. Separate the fingers for Lotus Mudra. And bring the hands up above the head. And bring the hands back into prayer. We're going to do this a couple of times. So we're going to start here and to prayer position, and standing tall in Tadasana mountain pose. And you can take a moment for a brief meditation, a pocket of meditation here. And if you know there's anything in your life you like to release, any thought and emotion, any habit you want it to go, you can have a moment to think about that and incorporate that in your practice now. Otherwise, just practice the mudra and automatically this will work towards shifting those things that no longer serve you. So take a moment here in your practice for your meditation, hands together at the heart center in prayer. You can close your eyes if you wish, or you can just soften the gaze. Then we're going to bring the hands down. Back of the hands touch. Lift up to the heart center. Turn the palms together. Open the chest. Open the hands into the mudra. Lift up above the head. And hands back into prayer. Now we're going to roll down to a forward fold to make it a little bit bigger. So bend your knees, come all the way down. Relax the hands to the floor. Relax the neck, head down. Back of the hands touch and you're rolling up. Inhale. Exhale. Open. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands back into prayer. Coming all the way down into that forward fold. Let's do this a couple more times. Back of the hands touch, rise, roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Open. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands together, forward folding. Relax the neck. Back of the hands. Roll up. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, prayer. Hands open. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward folding, hands together. Back of the hands touch. Inhale, rise. Prayer, request. Opening Lotus Padma. Receive. And rejoice. Coming at the heart center. Take a moment here. Acknowledge your practice. And let's flow a little bit more. I've just come to the top of my mat. So come to the top of your mat. And we're going to keep the hands into prayer now. Lift up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the hips forwards, lift the chest, open the chest, extended mountain pose. Now open the arms and forward fold. Head down. Lift halfway up, projecting your chest forward, engaging the back muscles. Forward fold again. Bend your knees a lot. Send your right leg back into a lunge. Release the back knee to the floor. Relax the toes. Bring your hands at the heart center. We're going to do that mudra again. So open here, hands into lotus. Lift. Keep reaching up. Pull your belly in gently and squeeze the glutes gently. And bring the hands through into prayer. And hands to the floor. So we keep reinforcing the practice of the lotus throughout the the practice today. Coming to plank pose. Shift the weight forwards and back into plank pose. Pull your belly in here. Keep shifting the weight forwards and back. Now keep your shoulders above the wrists. Bring your knees down, elbows pointing back. Slowly coming down, descending. Lift the chest into a baby cobra. Take the hands off the floor. Lift your elbows and squeeze your elbows back towards the rib cages. Bring your hands to the floor again, lower down halfway. Push into your hands, lift yourselves up halfway. Tucking your toes back into downward facing dog. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Then lift your right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip. Pressing both hands to the floor. Now shift the weight forwards, bring the foot in between the hands. Take a moment here, look forwards in your lunge. Now let your back knee touch the floor, relax the toes. Bring the hands, back of the hands together. Rise to the heart center into prayer. Opening to lotus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take a moment, hold it. And bring the hands down through to prayer. And back to frame your foot. Take your toes behind you, then bring the back foot forwards and forward fold, head down. Bend your knees, back of the hands touch, rise through center. Bring your hands into prayer, opening to lotus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands into prayer. Okay, let's do one more here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees, send your left leg back. Look forwards in your lunge, lengthening the back of the body. Bring your back knee down, relax the toes, back of the hands touching in front of you. Bring them up towards the heart center. Turn the palms together, opening to lotus. Lift. And bring the hands down through to prayer. Hands by the side of the foot. Take your toes behind, plank pose. Engage your legs in your plank, engage your belly, look at the top of your mat, and then shift the weight forwards and back, forwards and back. Keep your shoulders above the wrists, pull belly in, coming down. You can bring your knees down or not. We're coming to Chaturanga Dandasan. Turn your chest and lift it up. Take your hands off the floor. We need to engage your back muscles. Turn your elbows up and back, squeezing the elbows towards the rib cage. Now bring your hands to the floor, chin in. Push your hands and lift yourself up. Send yourself back into downward facing dog. Okay, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee to open the hip. Keep pressing both hands to the floor equally. Keep lifting the back knee up. Now shift the weight forwards and bring the left foot in between the hands. Take a moment to land. Look forwards. Back knee to the floor. Relax the toes. Now bring your back of the hands to touch. Rise. Hands into prayer, the heart center. Open your lotus. Lift. What a joy. Then hands come back into prayer. Hands down to the floor. Bring your back foot forwards and forward fold. Bend your knees. Back of the hands touch. Rise through the midline. Hands at the heart center in prayer. Open the lotus. Lift. And exhale, hands into prayer. Beautiful. Let's keep practicing here. We're going to come up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. So open the arms this time. Head down. Lift halfway up. Step or hop back into plank. Stay in plank. Pull belly in. And bring your knees down. Slowly go down. Lift into baby cobra. If you like, you can lift into upward facing dog. And go back into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend the knee to open your hip. Push both hands to the floor. Now shift the weight forwards. Bring the foot in between the hands. Okay, I'm going to bring the back of the hands to touch. Then bring the hand up through the heart center. Hand coming to prayer. Open to your lotus, lift up. And from here, you're going to open in warrior two. Palms down. Check the stance and check that you're comfortable with the feet position. So front foot is in line with your back foot. Pressing the outer edges of your feet to the floor. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Bend your right knee a lot. Engage your legs. Now bring your hands down here through the center. Back of the hands touch. Prayer. Lift. Lotus. And open again. Come down through the center. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Lift. Breathe out and open. Hold your warrior two. Look towards the right hand through the fingertips. Keep reaching the arm back. Keep pressing the back of the leg. Press the outer edge of the foot to the floor. Now inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Come back in warrior two. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, extended side angle. Lower your hips a little bit more. Go for your expression of extended side angle. And come back in warrior two. And bring the hands down through the heart center, lifting. Hands into prayer. Open. Lift your lotus. And opening warrior two. And bring the hands into prayer to close here. Straighten your right leg. Bring the back foot a little bit closer. Tip your hip back. Separate the arms, reaching forwards with your right arm. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. Then hand down to the shin. Lift your left arm up. Pull your belly in here gently. Breathe. Then bend your right knee a lot. We're going to bring the left hand to the hip. Zigzag your back foot a little bit closer. Reach your right arm in front of you, in front of your right leg. We're going to go to floating half moon. So keep bringing the back foot closer. Do a little hop and lift your back leg. Now use your hand on the left hip to keep opening the hip. Ooh. And once you find the balance, lift your left arm up. Keep opening the chest and the body to the side. Floating, floating, floating into half moon. Then release, bringing the leg down. Bring your arm down and stand tall in Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of your mat. Let's do this on the other side. So just turn to face the other way. So stay at the top of your mat. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open the arms and forward fold. Head down. Bend your knees as much as you like. Relax your neck. Lift halfway up. So hands can come to the shin or not. Projecting the chest forwards. Belly is in. Back straight. Forward fold again. Now bend your knees. Step or hop back into plank. Stay strong in your plank. Engage in the body. Looking at the top of your mat. Chaturanga Dandasan, coming down slowly, descend, bring your knees down or not. Baby Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up into three-legged dog. Bend the knee to open the hip. Shift the weight forwards, bring that left foot in between your hands. Take your time here, so stay strong in your lunge. You're going to bring the back of the hands to touch in front of you. Start rising, bringing the hands to the heart center prayer. Stay in your lunge. Keep pulling your belly in. Opening to your lotus. Rise. And from here, we're going to open into Warrior Two. So take a moment to open, check Warrior Two stance. Bend the left knee. Open the chest. Tug of war here, reach in opposite directions. And you're going to look forwards towards the fingertip. Then bring the hands down to the center, through the heart center. So from the murky waters, rise. Request. Like the lotus, rise. Receive, blossom. Then rejoins. Come again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rise, hands up, inhale. Exhale, opening Warrior Two. Keep opening the knee, so don't let the knee buckle in. So keep opening the knee out to the side. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold your Warrior Two. Breathe. Now inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Backing Warrior Two. Take a moment. Extended triangle. So reach forwards. Arm down the inside of the leg or on the top of the leg. Go for your version of extended side angle. And come back into Warrior Two. Bring the hands down and into prayer. Straighten the leg. You can bring the back foot a little bit closer. So press your feet to the floor, engage your legs. Separate your arms, reach forwards, keep going, tipping the hip back. Keep going as far as you can. Hand down the shin, arm up for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Then release, coming back into Warrior Two. So bend your knee, bring your right hand to the hip, and then bring the back foot a little bit closer. So turn your palm out on the left side. So floating half moon. So keep bringing the back foot closer. Do a little hop and then another one. And float. Floating half moon. So you're lifting the leg. Once you're ready, lift the right arm. Keep going. Open your heart. Then release. Feet together. Standing tall in Tadasana. Hands into prayer. Acknowledge your efforts and breathe. Beautiful. We're going to do a little bit more flow here on the right side. So bring your arms up, lift, exhale, open and forward fold. Relax the head, relax your back here. This is awesome to release tension from the lower back and the neck muscles that are usually tight. Let go. Lift halfway up. Forward fold. Bend your knees a lot, step or hop back into plank. Breathe in. As you exhale, descend into Chaturanga Dandasan. Lift the chest, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up into three-legged dog. Bend the knee. From here, we're going to go into wild thing. So you're going to bring the foot all the way over, flipping the upward facing dog, lifting the chest, right hand off the floor, coming to wild thing. Then bring the right hand down again. Bring the right foot up, back into three-legged dog. Keep the legs straight this time. Now shift the weight forward. Bring the right foot towards the right elbow. Get back into three-legged dog. Shift the weight forwards and bring the right knee towards the nose and back into three-legged dog. Then shift the weight forwards and bring the right knee towards the left elbow. Back into three-legged dog. Shift the weight forwards, bring the right knee in between the hands, let the knee touch the floor and land. We're gonna go to Pigeon Pose. So slide your left foot back and slowly let your hips land, coming to the pose. You can take a seat to the side if you like, and just walk your hands back. And this is equally beneficial. This is Pigeon Pose anyhow. But if you like, you can bring the hip forwards and come into Pigeon Pose as well. So find the position that works for you. If you have your blocks to hand, you can also adjust and use the blocks. And we're gonna come high on the fingertips, lift the chest, breathe in. As you exhale, come down into your elbows. Take a moment here. And if you like to go further into sleeping pigeon, just walk your hands forwards and bring the head down to the floor. Stay in sleeping pigeon. Allow your body to soften. Allow yourself to soften. Surrender a little bit more here. And we want to work on letting go of what no longer serves us. So allow yourself to release more and more. Focus on the breath. We're going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Then gently bring your chin in. Bring your hands closer to yourself. Take a seat to the side, if you're not there already, and bring your back leg closer. So bringing that left knee closer to the right foot. So you're making like a night-night shape here with the legs. Bring your right hand by the side of your right hip, and you're gonna lift your left arm up and lift your hip up as well. So lift your hip forwards, bring the left arm up, start lifting the gaze, chest up, keep reaching up and over so you feel that beautiful stretch coming in the front of the body. Down, release, coming down, take a seat. Cross leg position. Shift the hands forwards. And send yourself back into downward facing dog. Okay, let's do the other side. So lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee a little bit to open the hip. And from here, we're gonna flip the dog. So bring the left foot down, lift the left arm, chest up towards the ceiling, coming to wild thing. This is optional. If you like, you can just stay in downward facing dog. Coming to downward facing dog again. So bring the left hand down. Turn the hips and lift your left leg up to three-legged dog. Now shift the weight forwards and bring the left knee to the left elbow. Back into three-legged dog. Bring the knee towards the nose in the center. Push your hands to the floor. Pull your belly in. And back into three-legged dog. Now shift the weight forwards and bring the left knee to the right elbow. Squeeze the body. Squeeze your belly in. Back into three-legged dog. Now shift the weight forwards and bring that left knee in between your hands. Gently landing in Pigeon Pose. Take a moment to adjust there as you like. Maybe the hips roll to the side, or maybe the hips just roll forwards. And come high on your fingertips, look forwards, puff up the chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, walk your hands forwards, maybe bringing the elbows to the floor and staying here, allowing the lower body to be a little bit heavy and coming to the mat. If you like, you can go all the way down into sleeping pigeon. Bringing the hands forwards, letting the head come down, and surrendering. Okay, pigeon pose can be a little bit tricky. So take your time to find the pose. And once you find it, commit to a little bit of stillness, just allowing the muscles to soften and allowing yourself to release. Focus on the breath. Then gently walk your hands back towards you. Lift up. Then take that seat to the side and bring the back knee closer. So making that 99 position. Then hand comes by the side of your left hip. And you're going to lift right arm off the floor, hips forwards. Keep reaching the hips forwards. Keep lifting, maybe looking upwards. Project your hip forwards as much as you can. And gently come down. Take a seat. Bring the back leg forwards, coming to cross-leg position. Take a moment to find cross-leg position. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times here. We're going to bring the arms through the center, back of the hands touching. Come back into that prayer, the heart center. Then open the palms for your lotus. Lift up. And bring the hands back into prayer, closing another cycle. Okay, release the hands down. Bring the hands by the side of the body. You're going to swing your right arm forwards to the side and up into a side bend. And let the arm come forwards and down by the side, other side. So bring your left arm forwards, up, turn into a side bend. And let the arm comes forwards and down. And releasing. Bring your hands behind you. And just bring your feet forwards. Make sure your hands are pressing to the floor with your fingers pointing towards your hips. We're going to just come into reverse tabletop. So press your feet into the floor, press your hands to the floor and lift your hips up. Look up towards the ceiling and keep lifting your hips, keep engaging. Try hugging your inner thighs in, so you're not letting your knees open too wide. So hug your inner thighs in and lift, lift, lift. Then gently release, so hips touch down. Hands come into the back of the thighs. We're going to cup the chin in and roll down to the floor. Giving your knees a hug, head down, move side to side. Inhale through the nose, side out through the mouth, releasing. Reinforcing the mudra and the theme of releasing, requesting, rejoins. Okay, come to the center and then just bring your feet down. We're going to do a variation of bridge pose here, and you're going to use your block. If you don't use the block, absolutely fine, you can do without. So you're going to bring your block under your right foot. Make sure your legs are still hip width apart. Upper back is comfortably pressing to the floor. Arms by the side of the body. Press both feet down, so one foot on the block, one foot on the floor, and lift into your bridge. Hug your inner thighs in. Keep lifting the hips, keep engaging. You're gonna keep your right foot down on the block or on the floor and lift your left knee up. Straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. Now press your right foot down a lot and lift your left leg up. Lift, lift, lift. Bend the left knee and bring the foot down. Stay in bridge. Resetting the bridge, lifting, engaging, lifting, lifting, lifting. Down, rolling down. Shift the block to the other side and take a moment to set up there. I like doing this unilateral bridge because it really helps us engage the back of the body, the hamstring, the glutes, the lower back. And it helps us balance anything that is not symmetrical, let's say, in our body, which we all do. We all have a stronger side of the body. So this helps us build that strength and rebalance things. Okay, when you're ready, let's go up into bridge again, pressing the left foot down onto the block now. So you feel the left leg engaging much more. Hold the engagement, hold it up, then lift your right foot. So knee up, straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Now really press the left foot into the block. Lift the leg up, up, up. Bend the knee, right foot down, stay in bridge. Keep pressing the left foot to the block. Then slowly roll down. Give your knees a little hug here, moving side to side. And we want to bring the block now under the sacrum. We're going to do restful inversion. So you can use the cushion here if you like. Block a cushion under the hips, under the sacrum. Arms by the side of the body, and you're lifting the legs up. Take a moment to settle into the pose. Have your legs hip width apart. And we want to flex and point the feet here. So bringing mobility to the ankle joint. Upper body is completely relaxed. Now circle your feet outwards. Circle your feet inwards. Back to the center point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Then stay still for a moment. Bend your knees and release feet down. Take the block out to the side. Give your knees a hug. Move side to side. And we're going to drop the knees towards the right side again. Coming to that supine twist. Opening the arms. This time, just turn your head towards the left side. Bring your knees back to the center and let the knees go towards the left side. Feel free to readjust your back position, your hips. Once you're there in the supine twist, turn your head towards the right side. Come back to the center. Give your knees a hug. You're going to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Reach up and bring your arms over your shins. So you're getting hold of opposite elbows, if possible. Keep pulling. Now lift your head towards your knees and your knees towards your head and squeeze yourself into a little ball of goodness. Then release. Head down, feet down, arms down. Take a moment, just lift your hips ever so slightly and reposition your pelvis into the floor. Then lift your upper back and slide the shoulder blades down. We're going to go into relaxation and shavasana from here. So take your time to find the comfortable position so you can relax. You can choose to be in a conventional shavasana. So just lying, chest up, arms up. If you like, you can use the blocks like we did at the beginning of the class. Bring in one block under your head and one block under your thoracic spine. Or you can find any other position that you feel comfortable in. Maybe just lying on your side. You can keep your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs. Once you found the comfortable position, allow your body to just be. Then relax as much as you can. And take a moment to just be. Coming to Shavasana, allowing yourselves to just be. You may stay here for a few minutes. And take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And start bringing movement into your fingers and your toes. Then bring movement to your wrists. Bring movement to your arms and bring your arms up above the head. Bring your movement to the shoulders and stretching. Gonna roll towards the right side. If you have the blocks, take the blocks out of the way. Take a moment in the right side. Then push your hand into the floor and slowly bring yourself up. Find a comfortable seated position. Take a moment. You can close your eyes if you like, and we're going to conclude the practice with one more round of the Lotus Mudra. So you're going to bring the back of the hands together, rise through the midline, hands come into prayer at the heart center. Open the fingers, bringing your hands into lotus. Bring the arms up above the head, rise, receive, hands together, back into prayer at the heart center. Keep gently pressing the palms and the fingers together and keep the hands really close to your heart center, connecting with your heart beating, connecting to life. Thank you for joining the session today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you're watching this video on YouTube, remember to